Hello everyone, we're still here in Texas in the DSN event, in which is the last day, and we're having another day of amazing conferences.
Outstanding.
Yeah, so we have been talking this day a lot about the Hispanic market and all the Latin market and how is having every year more importance for this industry.
It's a trend.
Yeah, and we have two very nice speakers. The first one is Vanessa from Immunotech and Kenya Vergara from OmniLife, in which they gave us like really good highlights for managing global markets and all these Hispanic market we are trying to get.
I think that the takeaway, what's really interesting is the word was, this is not a trend, this is a purpose. So definitely Latin markets and Hispanic markets requires another vision. It's not a language, it's a culture. So the value proposition cannot be the same. So from the value proposition of the company, the products, the communications, all the skills that you expect from the people, there is a more relational business. The opportunity is different.
Right.
You cannot address the same on the business side.
The compensation plan and the processes have to be
Correct.
different. The processes of the logistics and payments and a lot of I think every skill and everything has to
It's a little, yes, it requires to stress a little bit the company to address the process properly to be really successful. I think we have been working for a while, and that's 30 years. That's maybe our biggest asset, is to try to understand every single market in Latin America, which is Latam also is not only, you cannot treat it as a whole. It is country by country, because the Hispanic market in US requires certain processes. If you go to Mexico, to Colombia, Argentina, Brazil, and so on, there are a lot of different details. You touched the point, Danielle, that is definitely payments is a very catchy one, because they need a lot of offline services, but those who love services require technology to integrate for those vendors. OXXO in Mexico, Efecti in Colombia, and so on, just providing a few examples. Logistics, another point, because definitely the cost of the logistics could be very expensive if you want to go to the same carriers and the same process that you have in US. So you need to find out different vendors that work in every single of the countries, and that's more reasonable pricing against a good service. So that's another topic. Training is another huge point. Training is huge. You need to understand that you need to provide more training in terms of the uses of the technology to improve their lives and their processes, not to just enrollment and then to, I don't know, to put them under your tools. It's more time to embrace them, to improve their lives and improve their process and their productivity using the technology. So you need to work that in too. And I think each of the presentations provide a lot of different examples how those companies are embracing their meetings, their culture internally in the company, how. And I think another good example that I like a lot was you have a meeting that is 20-80, is 20 US or English-speaking people against 80 Hispanic. And the presentation is in English, because yes, you're in here, you're in US, understood. But doesn't work for all the people, because it could communicate the same, because the people can speak English fluently, so it's not an issue, but it's not the same to touch their hearts, to touch their culture, the opportunity at home. So I think it's a lot of takeaways. I really like that. We have a lot of videos that we are here in the channel that you can use in terms of every single country, all those particularities that you need to address. I think it's a great opportunity to catch up on those.
Right, and I think that there are a lot of challenges, but also a big opportunity and a lot of opportunities in this type of markets in US with the Hispanic market and in all the global markets. Which
definitely it is. I think you can use not the trend, the opportunity to address the market properly. So, thank you so much.
Thank you.